This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
What is going on, everyone? We are live. Welcome to Strikeout Beer, your least favorite podcast. With your pals Alan and Rapid Dave, I'm Alan.
I'm RD, what up?
Oh, just living the dream, brother. How you doing?
Bitten better now.
Oh, I love that sound.
Yeah, man.
I love that sound so much.
So we're hard pouring. This is a beer you brought back from Waco, right?
Waco. Yeah, I went to Waco this last summer. Went there for like a weekend or something like that. And stopped by, was out walking around downtown Waco and was like, oh, look, there's a brewery. Let me stop in and grab a beer.
I like those downtown breweries. They're cool. Main Street ones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Big fan.
So this is from Southern Roots Brewing Company. And I went in there and I said, hey, what's your most popular beer right now? What's the number one beer right now? And he's like, well, it depends on what you like. It's like, no, shut up. Just tell me which one's the number one beer right now. Doesn't matter what kind I like. You have one that sells better than everything else. Give me that one. Don't give me this all, well, if you like no. Just, I like beer. And so he said 254 deep. It's a sea salt and citrus wheat ale. This one's coming in at 4.8% alcohol by volume. Over here on the side of the can, it says it's a German-style wheat ale with crushing waves of coriander, lemon zest, and pink Himalayan sea salt.
Untapped just has delicious wit beer with a light citrus flavor and gentle touch of salt. Yeah, it smells pretty good.
It looks very light. Like it's a little hard to tell like through the camera, but it almost looks like a non-alcoholic beer. Like with how light it looks.
A little bit. Now these beers I pulled up like characteristics of a wheat beer, but I think I'm going to have to actually use wit beer because wit beer is a form of a wheat beer, and things just become a little bit different. So as we go through this, we'll talk a little bit about it. But appearance should be hazy, pale straw, light golden color, cloudy due to the starch haze and/or yeast, dense white mousy head, mousy head. So it definitely that checks these boxes, I think. Yeah. The aroma, moderate malty sweetness, light grainy, spicy wheat aromatics, and moderate perfumey coriander. So, cheers, bud.
Yeah. Cheers, malsa, good things. Here we go.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll pop back in on the flavor, the mouthfeel, ingredients, and things like that here in a little bit. But yeah, 254 deep, Southern Roots Brewing Company. How was Waco? Did you like it?
I had a good time. We went out there to stay the night in a tree house.
Yeah.
Out there. Went to the zoo, Amish country area over there. A bunch of shops and stuff out there.
Okay.
Woolly Mammoth. Mammoth, not Woolly Mammoth. The Mammoth State Park is there.
Oh.
Woolly Mammoth and Mammoths are two different things. They lectured us on that.
Did you? Yeah, I mean, why did you get lectured on that? Did you say something wrong or something?
No. That was just part of the guide because I took a little tour. You take a tour, and they take you through like the dig site and show you where the original bones were found, the fossils were found, and all that. And he goes, a lot of people like say woolly mammoth, but it's not woolly mammoth; they're mammoths. Those are two different, and you're like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Cool, man. Don't care. Yeah. I've only gone down to Waco like one time. It was just like to spend the weekend, so we really didn't leave the house. Like we just went and partied it was right there on a lake. So
okay.
Yeah, I didn't really adventure out. I don't know. Yeah, it was fine. I think we're gonna be heading down there sometime this year. Just to it's only a couple hours away. And it's a cool place to go. And I think she likes that. Was that Chippin' whoever? What do they call it down there? It's called something. Magnolia?
Chippendales?
Yeah, it's Chippendales. We're going to go down there and see strippers, some male strippers.
Magnolia. But yeah, no, we went there. Me and the kiddo went there. Walked around. Was like, okay.
Is it a giant Target or something?
No. It's mostly outdoors. They got a wiffle ball field there.
Interesting. So it's like I don't know what to call it then. What the hell is it?
It's just like a marketplace with the silos and all that.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
I've been, so I could say I've gone. They had a cool food truck there that had served iced tea, in like a giant mason jar that was pretty delicious. Some nice sweet tea. I just got some sweet tea.
I wouldn't classify that as a cool food truck. It sounds like whatever. Did they have any good food there? Did you have any food?
No, we didn't get any food while we were there.
No?
So, no, we, before we went there, we had already ate. We found like a pizza place there downtown that we went to. So.
Okay. Well, cool.
Little local pizza place.
Those are fun. I was like, oh my God, there's a sit down Pizza Hut. I was like, we got to go in there. I'm going to go put some money in was it Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man or Gallagher? One of those two damn things are in there.
The tabletop version?
Oh, I want one of those so freaking bad. We were in Florida once, and we were in Destin, hanging out on the boardwalk or something like that, and some bar had it. And I was like, oh, my God, sit down and get ready to get your ass thumped. I was like, so we sat there and played. It's just different. The tabletop is so much different.
It hits different, right? They've got it out there at Electric Starship. At least the last time I was out there, they had it there.
Yeah.
And they have 15 different games on it or something like that. It's not just the Pac-Man and the Galaga. They've got a bunch of other games built into it, too.
Yeah, they extended the card there. I do like Electric Starship. We've talked about it several times. We've had the owner on a handful of years ago, right before he opened up, and cool dude. The place is cool. Beer, craft beer, stadium food kind of type thing. Staff's always real friendly. I did visit recently Time Rift, over in Bedford, and for me that was a little bit more. Lizzie was like, it's more people our age. So it wasn't because sometimes you might get some 20-year-olds in there. But, they had concerts and stuff going on at Electric Starship. They had a DJ at Time Rift, and it was fun. It really was. So smaller, I would say less games, but still a great experience or whatever. And I did like that the bar, at the front, when you walk in, the bar goes for 30 feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like you can post up.
Yeah.
You can post up and chill there. Yeah, you just went there for a birthday party or something, but or whatever. But the other place, there's not really. If you want to chill, they have tables and stuff for you to go sit at in the back. But when you're up playing games, you're hanging out. You don't want to sit down. You want to kind of stand up and lean up against the bar and chill and stuff like that. And that's one thing I did like about it.
Yeah. We had the kiddo's birthday there, and it was cool because the Army Navy game was on that day. And they had the bar right there, and they had the TV up there, and was telling the parents, hey, you can stay, you can leave, and a couple of them, they're like, well, there's a game and there's beer. I'm good. So I'm like, that's fine. Cool. Stay and drink,
Not crazy expensive either. As far as drinks go, everything's kind of reasonably priced. I think it's $12 to get a wristband these days. It was 10.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we got to raise it up $2. $2. Dude, it's still worth it. You're sitting there.
Month pass for $20.
Yeah.
You can get a pass for the whole month for $20. So if you're going to go more than once,
I've never got one yet but I only go I would say once every other month is about how often I head out there. So the monthly pass for me just, but yeah, if I live closer, that'd be a cool place. That's a cool spot to just go chill. You know what I mean? No problem at all. I really enjoyed it. And, got to play some fun games. They had Mario Kart. They had some older games, obviously. They got some retro games was it Spy Hunter? I like playing that Nitro. What's that? Is that the racing game, like with the trucks and the off-roading
trucks?
Well,
Yeah.
they're like Baja trucks.
4x4. Yeah, I know what
4x4
you're talking
Nitro.
about.
I think that might be the name of it. Yeah.
Jason's in the house. What's up, Jason?
What's up, dude? How we doing? Yeah.
And before you ask, we are drinking from Southern Roots, 254 deep. It's a sea salt and citrus wheat ale coming in at 4.8% alcohol by volume. I picked this up this last summer when I went to Waco. So
This might be my first wit beer of the year.
yeah,
And I've been trying to clear out the fridge, but now I'm like, all right, I'm getting all this beer out of here. I'm not going to wait, whatever. And of course, it moved its way to, when I need some beers. I'm picking up beers here, I'm picking up beers there. Even like last night, I had Wildness Wildness beer. I guess that's the brand name, but it's brewed by Alaskan. I don't know. I bought it just because of the can, and it was awesome. It was freaking delicious.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
Okay.
It's just an ale.
Sweet. I am excited to report that I did pick up the mixed 12-pack of Hard Mountain Dew.
Okay.
So I will be distributing the next time that I see you, so we can start knocking out some reviews on that. As well as the Light Strike that I picked up, which is like I posted a picture on the Facebook about this, saying that anybody's seen this yet or tried it, but it's deemed a hard refresher, coming in at 5% alcohol by volume. It's like a coconut water type thing.
Coconut water with that. I guess that'd be if you don't want to drink like seltzers. Yeah, it's definitely an option, right? I mean, just something
it's
else.
kind of like the Prime that Jake Paul drink. But yeah, it's only got 10 carbs. In this, you're looking at 0 fat, 0 cholesterol.
Yeah, if I'm gonna drink something like that, it's got to be super low carb. It's like drinking. I don't want a lot of sugar.
Yeah, 7 grams of sugar. So not too bad.
Now, when you're looking at that bottle, does it say 1 serving per container, or does it say like 2.5 servings? Okay.
No, it's one serving per container. So yeah, because sometimes it would be like servings per container. You're like, well, this is just one drink. This should be 1 serving. It's like 5 servings. You're like, what?
Yeah, who's chopping this thing up 5 ways? Ain't nobody got time for that.
So you just tell me what it is per drink that I take.
Unbelievable.
Because I'm going to take about 5 drinks and it's gone, right?
Waste.
So
cool.
So you went to Mexico and visited a bunch of breweries and stuff.
Yeah, we went to the southeastern side of town. Like, we went to Roswell, check out the aliens, and then
How was that?
It was cool. It's an interesting town, to say the least, and there's a lot of just alien stuff everywhere. We went to the Alien Museum, which was kind of cool. Okay. It's kind of small, but it was really neat. Lizzie had a blast. I mean, they got all their archives of records. There's a library there where you can go and research all this other stuff. I mean, it's pretty bonkers. Sipping on some Jack Single Barrel. Nice. But yeah, just listening to the news stories and just pretty much hanging out with like Lee Knox for an afternoon. You know what I mean? Just telling me about these aliens and whatnot, and it made me want to go check out some other things and kind of go back and look into some stuff and listen, read, just because it's fascinating. It really is. And then so after that, we were done. We walked around Main Street, just into some shops and things like that. There were some cool shops there. Went to an antique mall. There was I'll tell you what's funny is we went through this place. It was huge. It had a lot of cool stuff. I bought one damn thing, and it was a 2015 Masters hat. Brand new. Brand freaking new. I looked at Liz, I go, holy crap. And she's like, oh my God. I go, yeah, it's like new. I was like, you want one? She's like, I need a green one. I was like, well, $4 and it's yours. And she said, let's get it. So that's what we bought.
$4? That's good.
$4.
Shit.
But yeah, 10 years old. It didn't seem to be ever worn. And it said on there just random hat, I think is what it said. I'm like, you should have sold this. You could have sold this on eBay for like $25, if not maybe more. Okay. But anyway, and so then we pop into Black Cock Brewing. That's where we went to go party that night, pop and see what's going on. I looked up and they said dogs are welcome. Of course, we had Tilly with us. Dogs are welcome inside. So I was like, okay, we were inside for a little bit. So we go over there and there's probably a couple people there. Pop in, we sit down, we're like looking around. It looks like they're about to fire up like karaoke in a couple hours. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I don't know if I want to stay for that, but we're sitting at a table, then we look outside. I was like, well, let's go hang out outside. It's just too damn cold. It was cold. So we went outside for a little bit. I was like, are you miserable? She's like, yeah. I was like, let's go back in. Of course, some couple had taken our table, but then there was like a high top in the corner that worked out a little bit better for us. And so I go up to the bar. I'm like, hey, wait a second. And she's like, well, can I get you? I go, wait. So you only have 3 beers of what y'all brew here? There's 10. There's 10 on the menu. I go, but there's only 3 of y'all's, but there's ciders and seltzers? She goes, yeah, right now it is. I go, oh, okay. I didn't have any of their beers. I didn't want a cider. I almost got we were supposed to get the seltzer, and we didn't get it and go outside. It was just it was crazy.
Did you go to the brewery and order a Miller Lite?
And I was like, all right, fine. And so we went down the list, number 4 through number 10, or maybe it was 12. I don't know. So anyways, we went through all those, and they had a really good, like, kind of American lager, which was really good. And so once we got through the list, we just kept ordering 2 of those at a time.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. When you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself, talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
And we're there. We shut it down. Like, Tilly's being cool. Like, she growled at some people and she barked at some dogs and stuff like that. But she was pretty much there the entire time. Singing was crazy. Lizzie sang karaoke.
Okay.
Dude, I was like, what the hell's going on? She goes, I'm going to do it. I was like, okay. And what song did she sing, Alan?
I don't know.
What's her song? What's her jam?
God, I don't know.
What's going on for non-blondes?
Oh, God.
Dude, and she had everybody else singing with her.
I love that song.
And so...
Were you like, I don't know who this is?
What about fighting on... Use Canadian, you think there will be more about the fighting on use?
Talking about the 4 nations.
Yeah.
U.S. and Canada. Oh, there's gonna be some. There will be some fights.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that. I mean, 3 fights in 9 seconds is just a tone setter. You know what I'm saying? So there'll be more. So, anyways, we're there. We shut it down. I'll tell you this. It's a really cool place. They have a quarter pipe ramp in the back. Skateboarding must be a big deal out in Roswell because we went to a couple different places, and they all had skateboard decks, their own customized ones and stuff like that. So outside, you can go skate if you want, hang out, have some beers, and then inside, it's kind of small. It's rather small, but, I mean, they had it. It was packed nut to butt, dude. Like, at the peak, you couldn't even walk from one side to another without running into people and all that kind of stuff. The wait staff, the 2 waitresses there were amazing. And then, like, at the end of the night, they go, here's your tab. It's like $45. I was like, oh, my God. I was like, how much are these damn, you know what I mean? Because they had Santa Fe Brewing. They had, I took a picture of it. I got to post it, but you're talking like probably 4 different breweries, and their beers were there. You know what I mean? So that's what I drank all night. But I mean, it's essentially a dive bar, dude. It's a dive bar where the locals go to, and we had a freaking blast. But yeah, we had a little trouble getting up in the morning. It was like, man, we gotta drive like an hour and some change over to Rio Doso, and ooh, boy.
What's up, Lizzie? Did you grab one of the skateboards and do was it an ollie airwalk?
I didn't. I was like, hey, what's up with those decks? You know, they're kind of cool. And, you know, she was like, oh, they're like $50, 55. I was like, it's not expensive. You know, I was like, oh, that's cool. I mean, maybe if they had like, I don't know, just some more beer or maybe some beer. And I like, oh, but I really enjoyed it. I thought the place was cool. I was talking to random people and, you know, just kind of chatting it up, and the locals, and everybody was just real nice. But yeah, no, I didn't grab a board and just try to ollie. And I didn't do a damn ollie air or an airwalk. I can do ollies. That's about it. Try to do a kickflip. You're going to kick yourself right in the balls.
So that's first brewery the first day. How many other breweries did you visit while you were out there?
Just 2 others. There's no more in Roswell. So we made the trek over to Ruidoso, and there's 2 breweries in town there. Lost Hiker, and then the other one is Downshift Brewing. Okay. Downshift Brewing has 2 locations about 3 blocks from each other.
Okay.
I don't know why, but they pack them in. They're actually like one is called the Hidden Tap. You have to walk down like its ass end is up against like Main Street, right? But the entrance is down you got to walk down the street a little bit and then pop in. It's like a little hidden gem, right? The Hidden Tap.
Like a little hidden speakeasy type thing?
I mean, there's a goddamn door and a sign. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's that. But we went there once, but we went to the other location called Riverside, because out back, the river flows right next to it. And it's, their deck is like 3 levels. But they have like the main entrance, plenty of space. They had bands playing there like every freaking night we popped in there. Then you got an outdoor area, which dogs aren't allowed in. And that was the other thing, right? They didn't allow dogs like in these places. So we took Tilly one time, but, you know, it was too cold outside. Then you got to stay like on the lower deck. I'm like, Kentucky's playing. That's the only reason I came here. I was like, we're going to leave. I'm going to watch this game, Kentucky and Texas. And I was like, I can't watch it down here. There's no TV on. And there was like some weird family down there too. I was like, I ain't staying down here. And so Lizzie went up there and was like, he goes, is your dog chill? He's like, yeah, she's chill. She's in her little pouch. She ain't going anywhere. And he goes, y'all can just stay up there. No one cares. I was like, okay, fine. And so we had to stay outside, though, which was cold as shit. And so we ended up talking to a bunch of rando people and whatnot. But, yeah, dude. So those 2 places, I liked them both. I got some beers from both. Also stopped at, there was a recommendation on Facebook or Instagram that said stop at Allsups and pick up some. They have other brewing, like New Mexico Brewing. I think it's called Santa Fe Brewing, and one other one. So they distribute their craft beer to these gas stations. So I grabbed a couple of them. So we'll have some reviews coming up, and, you know, obviously I'll talk more about it. I got to do some extra stuff, but I've only, I cracked one when I did the Hey, I'm Back in Town stream or whatever, like on a random, I think it was Monday or Tuesday.
It was Monday.
It was Monday. So, and it's just been I'm telling you, man, like traveling with a dog sucks. Like, I love my dog, or Lizzie's dog. I'll say it's Lizzie's dog. But, oh, my God, you got to worry about what the hell, you know, where can you go that's dog-friendly and all this kind of shit. I'm like, I don't want to deal with that crap. So, but those 2 places really cool. I posted them on Instagram and things like that, so everybody kind of knew where I was. But that was it. We were going to make a trek down to Alamogordo, or where the hell's the other place? Anyways, about an hour away. And there was like 4 more breweries I could have hit. I was like, I ain't driving. I'm done driving. It was like 8 hours to get home, which wasn't terrible. But
not horrible. But
I like to break it up when I drove to Roswell. It was easy. That drive to Roswell was easy. And when you get out past, you know, Fort Worth, it's like 75, but essentially you can just fucking go 90. There ain't nobody out there. You know what I'm saying? You're just kind of going. But that's the whole reason I wanted to drive. I wanted to see the scenery. I wanted to see the hills, the mountains, all that kind of shit. And it was a gorgeous drive. And I really liked New Mexico. Yeah, I really did. Truck yard in the colony's cool. I've been there. Yeah. The thing I like about the truck yard is there's 3 things at the truck yard that are all kind of connected. They're connected. You can open a tab in one and then roam around.
Okay.
Beard Science is connected to that sour place that TJ was talking about, right? And then there's a tiki bar. It only seats like 15 people. And, dude, I loved it. Loved it. Those places are cool. I haven't been in about a year, so it's about time for me to go back out there. But it's the truck yard in Dallas, or was it off of Greenville, Lower Greenville, or whatever? That's pretty dope, too. So
I think they got a truck yard out here in Fort Worth, not that far from over off 35, Heritage Trace area. I think that's out there by where you're close to your brother, right?
Yeah, where it used to be. I remember living out there. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, over there they've got a truck yard out there. I haven't made it out there yet. I did see. Did you see Cidercade in Fort Worth is now doing beer?
Oh, finally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I went out there, almost got in a freaking fight. I was like, you morons, you know. They're like, well, you know, we don't. I was like, you got any beer? Like, no, this is Cidercade. I go, oh, okay, but you have wine? And then, of course, I almost got tossed. I'm like, I don't throw me out of here. Save me from myself. So, save me from myself.
Save me from myself.
Yeah, Jason. Whenever we get together, we used to do like planned visits to like certain breweries, and we'd have a couple people come hang out with us and have some beers, go support a local brewery and things like that. Now Alan's back on it now, so yeah, we'll have a day where we'll give you fair notice, and you're more than welcome to come drink with us, man, for sure.
It'd be a blast. What was I going to say? I don't know.
I'm sure something great.
I saw. So I know you're a big Ash Wednesday guy, right? You usually go.
What the hell does that even mean?
You always go and get you. When I see you on Ash Wednesday, you got your Ash on. Which isn't that this week or is it next week? It's coming up, right?
Ash Wednesday is the day after Mardi Gras.
Okay,
it's already passed.
So I know it's already passed.
Yeah, Mardi Gras was like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, well, because there's a local church over by me where they had on their marquee out there, drive through Ash. So you don't have to get out of your car to get your little Ash Wednesday on. You could a big Ash.
Dude, what the hell? So hold on, you might be onto something. Ash Wednesday. You see, it's always been like the day after. Because that's when Lent starts, right? It's the day after Fat Tuesday. Lizzie told me Fat Tuesday. Hold on, I'm pulling this up. Fat Tuesday 2025. Oh, hell. Wait, hold on. That's Shrove Tuesday. What the hell is Shrove Tuesday?
I don't know.
Dude, Lizzie came home with a king cake. And, I mean, I thought it was way too soon. Yeah, Mardi Gras is March 4th. Okay, so yeah, no, it's coming up, Alan. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
March 5th is Ash Wednesday. Yeah. What the hell?
If you want to do a drive-through, Ash, it's right over here by Northeast Mall, man. You can come by. You don't have to get out of your car.
Lizzie's screwing me around. Now I got to go to Fat Tuesday, man, and go have some, get me some beads. A big Ash Wednesday. I know, right, Michael? I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Extra Ash. Can I get a little extra? Need just a little touch me up there. TJ, how are we doing?
How we doing, TJ?
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
TJ's all upset.
My wife owns a tattoo shop. I don't know what that is. Well, cool. That's pretty dope. Where's the tattoo shop at? Yeah. So anyway, yeah, no, it's coming up. She made me believe that Fat Tuesday was already happened. And I'm sitting there thinking it's already done. And then she's like, well, Easter is in April. I go, well, that's a long way to go. It's usually about 45 days or 40 days. Right. Because Lent lasts 40. So, yeah, I mean, I've been wamboozled. Now I get another chance. To act up just by lotion. What? I don't know what's going on there.
Is that the tattoo shop?
Oh, is that the name of it? Just Buy Lotion?
I don't know. I would think that would be something else.
I know, right? One of those places. So drive-through, you know what? I don't think that should be a thing. I think that's bullshit. I think you got to go to mass. You got to go, whether it's a quick one, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, the place that's across, it's a block away from me at work. So, yeah, either that or we'll go to St. Anne's. But yeah, I can't believe drive-through. I mean, how, whatever. Like McKinney and the Colony.
It's a new day and time. You got to find a way to reach the people, and, if you can reach some extra people and maybe bring a few extra souls over to Jesus by doing a drive-through Ash, I mean, why not?
I don't know. McKinney and the Colony. I don't know what's going on. Jeffrey Dahmer is still a better person than Joe Buck. Jesus, TJ. I mean, just let's just get over it, man. I think even what's his name responded to him.
Here's what I think is funny. Like, he's taking all this Joe Buck thing out on me. Did he forget the whole part where you are as well saying, Joe Buck's not a bad guy?
I like Joe Buck. I
know. But he's blaming, he's got this personal vendetta on me because I said I don't mind Joe Buck. So, Henson's, I've already applied my lamb's blood on the door frame. That's good.
Oh, so he's saying he's down the street. Okay, so Cowboys Tattoo Shops is the shop that his wife, is that his wife? His wife owns that? And then TJ says he lives down the street from there. I mean, if it's in the comments, TJ wouldn't live far from there. Cowboys Tattoo Shop. Let's see what's going on there. I don't have any tattoos.
I don't either.
And I'm not getting any tattoos, but,
I have zero plans. I'm not anti-tattoo. Like, I don't have a problem with them. I've just never saw something been like that. That's going to be on me for the rest of my life. I need that.
I did when I was like 18. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to get like some Chinese calligraphy or something, or a shamrock. I was supposed to get a shamrock, and I was going to get
barbed wire around your bicep.
No, never barbed wire though. Walk-ins, welcome. Oh, okay. Let me take a look at this place. Pulling up the Facebook right now. I just want to see what it looks like. They got some piercing. You can get you a little piercing. Main Street. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's a little bit further in town. It's a little bit further in than Top Golf. Oh, okay. So it's across the street, essentially. Oh, I bet that's near like where the Sonic is, if I'm guessing that correctly. Maybe near Sonic. So,
well, TJ, you need to go. You hit up Jason and go visit his wife out there at Cowboy Tattoo. There you go.
Yeah, my kid was talking about that, getting tattoos. Like, you're not getting any tattoos. He goes, yeah, I am. I'm totally am. I go, no, you're not. Like, just shut up. It's not happening. So, and I was like, what's crazy is because I sound like my dad. My dad was like that too. And he's like, I made it. He's like, I made it all the way through the Navy. And I was called like everything in the book because, of course, I'm like the only guy in the Navy that didn't have a tattoo. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not my problem. But, I don't know. I never got one. Lizzie has 2, I think. I was trying to get her to get another one, but she won't get it. Dahmer ain't got shit on Joe Buck. Oh, God. Alan loves to hate on dead grandmas. What? Jesus. Is it all because Joe Buck didn't shake his hand like one time? Is that where all this has come from?
TJ wrote him a letter when he was a kid, and he never wrote him back. And so he's just...
With Joe Buck, I understand, like, the guy is... I didn't like him.
Profession.
I didn't like him back in the day, and he's had the surgery and all that other stuff. And hell, he almost wasn't even able to talk like after this stuff was done, like when he got his hair plugs and everything else in, and like the facelift. But I think he was so partial. When we're watching the Rangers take down the World Series, right? Smoltz and whoever the hell the other guy was, they were just like. Didn't give a 2 S's that the Rangers were even in it. You know what I mean? They're too busy talking about. They talk about the other team the entire freaking time. And before that, it was like nothing but Houston Astros. The time before, nothing but whatever. I was like, oh my God. There you go, TJ. You want to get you a tattoo? Jason says you can get him a discount. Or personally, I say you pay full price because support local small businesses.
Right. I think you should actually pay over full price.
Yeah, throw in the full price and then a nice healthy tip. Yeah, not just a tip. But a healthy tip.
All of the tip. Mm-hmm. Not a little bit of it. The whole tip.
That was always one of my things, too. Like, I think Lizzie and I were talking about that. It's like, people that are like, oh, I want to support small business, but then you like try to screw, you try to frickin' get them to give you a lower price and all that kind of stuff. Like, just pay what it is. Unless it's crazy, then you move on. You support someone else, but don't be like going to a small business like, oh, well, I can do it cheaper. Now, I'm sure that the tattoo artist could skip some corners and give you a terrible tattoo. $75. There you go. I don't know what for. Maybe a giant eagle across his chest. That's what he needs. He needs like a Freebird tattoo or something.
Dude, so speaking of free, like, have you been seeing all these clips from the U.S. Canada game? Let's talk about this a little bit, right?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone in America is all fired up because, like, there's all these clips. First of all, the Canadians booed the American national anthem.
Mm-hmm.
They're out there talking to fans before the game, and they're all like, F USA, you guys suck, URB, all this stuff. And then we go out there and we beat the crap out of them. Mm-hmm. But not only that, but you had the Kachuk brothers, as well as, it was like JP, who's the other guy? Is it JP Luman, or I can't remember the other guy's name. But they had like a group text where they're like, hey, as soon as the game starts, let's get in fights. And like, they were determined, like they're setting the tone. Like, we're here to play. Mm-hmm. Let's go. It was a tone setter type thing. And you have all these people, like, hey, they show all the clips of the Canadians, FU, booing during the national anthem. They're like, and then the Freebird kicks in, and it's the Stark brothers beating the crap out of those guys, and the checks and the slams and the goals scored. And you're just like, hell yeah. It
was a real physical game. Like, a lot of good checks, finishing the play. They were going at it. There was nobody was safe on that ice, and I liked it. They did go down. I think Canada scored the first goal, and then
1-0.
Yeah, and then they scored 3 unanswered goals to win it 3-1. And I don't know what they're. I know why they're like booing or whatever. But it's like, dude, just shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like,
we don't boo the Canadian national anthem.
Well,
right?
if we ever booed anybody else's national anthem down here in America, they'd probably throw us in fucking jail. You know what I mean?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I guarantee you there'll be some booing tomorrow night. The game's in Boston. You got the championship game in Boston, U.S. and Canada. We don't know how to act right. Mm. We will probably boo the Canadian national anthem, although we've never done it. It's a tradition in hockey games, right? When you have a Canadian team playing, if you're down here in the U.S. or if we're up there in Canada, they play both national anthems.
Yes.
That's just a tradition in hockey that they've always done, right? And it's always been classy, But they drew first blood, and we said okay.
I hope we don't boo. That's what I hope. I hope we don't boo. I just hope we just kick the shit right out of them. You know what I mean? Like, just sit there and listen to the national anthem, and be fine. Don't stoop to their level of pettiness and bullshit. Just, it's cool. No big deal. I mean, unless there's someone there that's got a big, gorgeous mullet, American flag bandana, giant pit viper sunglasses, and a giant boom box. And whenever they're like, hey, please stand for the Canadian national anthem, he stands up, fucking hits play, and Freebird plays. I'm cool with that. But just not even just play it where the solo starts.
Can I interest you in the great Hulk Hogan song, I'm a Real American? Playing?
The USA and Canada in the final American need to play Freebird or November Rain before the game. Gloves off, gloves off for sure. Doesn't bother me. Go USA. Yeah, I'm for not doing that. The booing thing. I think it's I don't know what their problem is up there. Maybe because we said they were going to make them like the 51st state, which would just benefit them anyways. So I don't understand. You know what I mean? Somebody was making a comment. I don't know if it was like Shane Gillis or whatever. He's like, what is stopping us? They don't have like a damn army. We could just roll up there and be like, hey, what's up? We're taking over. And they were like, who's going to say anything? And like, maybe France. He goes, what the fuck? He goes, after we're done beating there, we're looking at them. Your ass is next. We're going to take your ass over next.
Just pounded him next. Was it a Christmas Story when he's pummeling the one guy and he tells him don't go anywhere, you're next?
Hey, don't go anywhere, you're next. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, I hope they keep it together, keep it physical, and they get the win. I say it even during football season.
Right.
It's tough to beat a team twice. You went up to Canada, set the tone, won the game, and this is now. It truly matters, this one, because it's here and it's finals.
Yeah. Is not going to. I don't know if Otter's. He was in the goal the other night against Sweden. I don't know if Otter's going to be in the goal or not.
We won't know till tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah. A small Texas town could overthrow all of Canada in 2 days. Yeah, well, the thing is, you go up there and you're like, hey, we're taking over. They're like, okay, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to downplay them. I'm just saying. It's like, yeah, I mean, it'd probably take a little bit more because the space, right? The sheer geography, but everybody is pretty much in like 10% of the country. They're all along the U.S. border. They're not like up, 400 miles in. They're like right on our border. So
you literally, like, if you're in Michigan, you got to go south to go to Canada.
Yeah, from the Upper Peninsula or whatever.
No, from Detroit.
Oh, okay.
You go south.
Yeah, it's
to go there, but yeah, no, it's look, we get it. Canada's really good at hockey, okay, but we're not awful. Like, we're pretty good too.
It's good to be good at other countries like national pastime sport. You know what I mean? Like, they get a little mouthy. We've caught up a little bit, right? We've caught up a little bit.
We have, definitely. But yeah, looking forward to the game. I gotta record it. Kiddo's got practice, but I'm gonna record it and I'll watch it when I get home tomorrow. That's
I'm gonna send you text
something
messages.
I'll watch and practice avoidance, so I don't see. I won't look at your text. I just won't do it.
No, I'll start you off with a question about like 3D prints or something, and then I'll be like, "It's 2-1."
I don't even look at text messages when I'm doing avoidance. I don't even read them. So like, if something was like going like wrong in like my family and they decided to text me rather than just call me, I wouldn't know until after the game.
I'll just call them.
It would be one of them. It's just like, well, I'm not going to answer if you call me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to call at this point. Like, I gotta get some stuff done. Have I been already up that way? Have I ever been to Canada? No, I've been to Alaska. That's about far as north as I've ever been. I want to go to British Columbia. That's about it. I don't really care to visit any of the other cities like like Toronto or Montreal. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to pop in or whatever, but I want to go, like West Coast, because it looks gorgeous, like right up there. But yeah, no, I haven't been. I've never been to Canada.
I used to go to Ontario with my grandma to the casino there. That was because that was back before they had casinos in Detroit and that, and so you would just there was a group that she was a part of that. We'd just ride a bus, hop on the bus, take you there. Or we'd go with my aunt, and it was always fun because like it was crazy. My grandma would always win on the slot machines, always win, always come up big, and like we'd go out there and I'd be playing the slot machine. That was all I played was the slot machines then, and I'd go and I'd play and I lose my money. Then I walk around and look for her and I'm like, hey, let's go. She goes, you out of money? I go, yeah. And this was back when you had coins, right? So she would always dump some coins in my thing. She's like, now go away. Like I could never gamble anywhere near my grandma because anyone near her was bad luck. Like, you just go away here. And she would always give me money. She would pay for lunch out there and then be like, oh, how'd you do, Grandma? She's like, oh, I'm up like $200. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I probably took at least 100 from you, and then lunch wasn't cheap.
Yeah, I remember going to. I think the first time I went to a casino was with Ryan. We drove over to Shreveport. I seem to think that it was back when I was like 18 or 19 years old. I don't think I was 21 yet because 21 already had like tie, and so I was like, nah, I was definitely already. I was still living at my mom's house. I was like, I don't know, but we drove out to Shreveport, and I remember still seeing those dollar, coins because that's what we didn't know. We didn't know what to do. We were just gonna go to, we took like $100 each, and within like a couple hours, like, all right, well, now what? I mean, we drove in the middle of the night, so by the time we got back, like the sun was coming up. Ryan always fall asleep at the wheel too. We'd be driving down the highway, and I'd kind of fall asleep like this. And then I would open my eyes, and he'd be like this. Like, oh, Jesus Christ.
My first time at a casino down here, I went with Mike and our buddy Brandon. And we were out drinking and stuff, and then they're like, "Hey, let's go to Shreveport." And I'm like, "Now?" They're like, "Yeah, it's only a couple hours. It's not that bad." And like I woke up early that day. I was like, "Look, guys, like I'll drive out there, but on the way back, I gotta sleep. Like I've been up since like 6 o'clock this morning." They're like, "Yeah, no, that's cool. Let's go." And so we drive there, and on the way out there, they're telling me about playing roulette because I'd never done any other games or anything. They're like, play roulette. This is what you want to play. Give me all the rules, how to do it. Okay, cool. So we get there. Mike goes and plays some other stuff, and I'm playing roulette with my buddy Brandon, and he loses his money in like 10 minutes. He's like, "I'm out, man." He's like, "I'm going to go see what Mike's doing." I was like, "All right, cool." And there's this old lady there at the table, and, I'm kind of hanging on. She goes, "Hey, just do what I do." And I'm like, "Okay." Right?
You got it all sewn up.
hit. I'm up like $300. Like I'm doing great. And Mike and Brandon come walking by, both trashed.
Oh God.
Like they're both drunk. And Mike. Mike doesn't really drink, right? Yeah. But he was drinking. Like they would just go to a slot machine and just stand there until someone would come by. And they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll take a couple beers," and they had a couple bucks that they were tipping, and then she'd leave, but they just kept drinking. And like, but when they came and found me, they were both trashing. I was like, "God, I'm gonna have to fucking drive." Like
that drive back sucks. It's so damn long.
I had to stop drinking, because I had been drinking. I wasn't planning on driving back, and so I had to stop drinking. And we were done at the end of the night. Ended up, I was up like $350 or something like that. And it was a good time, but I had to drive back because Mike and Brandon both got drunk, and I was like, "You guys fucking
bunch of pricks." Greenland is on my list. It's on my list as well. As soon as we acquire it, and it doesn't take a passport to get there, I'm gonna go over to Greenland and see what's up.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah. No, we actually popped in the casino. They had a casino out there. They have 3 casinos in Rio Doso.
Okay.
Billy the Kid Casino, another small one, and then Inn at the Gods is the big one. Which was cool. Lizzie hit like immediately, obviously, and then so I was like, I'm gonna go grab some beers. I don't see any wait staff, so I was like, I walked over to the bar. Let me get 2 beers. She cracks them, hands them to me, and I go walking back. I'm like, "Here you go, babe." She's like, "All right, thanks." So she's drinking and got her vape going. All of a sudden, we're approached by security, and like, "Can I help y'all?" I was like, He walked up to us. What do you want?
Can I help you?
Yeah. What's going on? And he was like, "There's no drinking on the casino floor." I go, "Are you shitting me right now?" And I looked around, and Lizzie was like, "Yeah, there was people looking at us. I had no idea." I was like, "You gotta be effing shitting me. There's no one here." I was like, "There's a bar right over there selling shots or drinks or whatever, like in the middle of the casino." And so he goes, "Yeah, you just gotta be behind glass, or you gotta go back to the sports bar." I go, "I didn't get them from the sports bar, dude, and I'm not waiting in line to get into that damn thing because it's packed." And sure as shit, man, you gotta be in like an enclosed glass area where you can smoke, huh?
Was she cool to vape out there or no?
No. What are you supposed to be vaping? Okay. So we opened the doors, of course, and it's a smoke coming all the way. I mean, just almost had to throw our clothes away. So we hang out in there for a little bit. Dude, I mean, just chain smoke. Yeah, it's like Windstar. But yeah, so I was like, "Oh, what the hell?" I couldn't believe it. First casino. And when you walk in, you're like, "Oh, this place looks kind of Vegas style." Bone Thugs and Harmony was there that night in concert. Or maybe this night before, but I walk in, I go, "Holy shit!" I was like, "We're one day too late." Yeah, but you can't drink, you can't smoke, and then I went and found out that little
drinking.
I don't know, man. Weird. I don't know. They had big old food courts, a bar, they had a club in that bitch. But yeah, I just like, and you go to this little area where it's shot station is what when I went over to actually investigate, because I was like, I can't drink, but these motherfuckers are buying beers. Well, there's a velvet rope that opens, and you walk into that area to order the drink. Only one party at a time. You order your shots, and move off to the side. You slam them there, and then they open the other velvet thing. You get the fuck out of the way.
So it's like a drive-through drinking place.
Essentially, it's crazy as shit, man. It's tiny. I'm like, what the F is going on? I'm like, why can't we just drink? Like, But anyway, I go, well, this sucks. And so I just hung out and, let Lizzie do her thing. And I was like, you know what? I'm exhausted. It was like, it might've been the first day we were there. And we went to one brewery. We're like, let's go. I mean, everything is like 5 minutes from everywhere. Like the casino was 5 minutes away. It was bonkers. So, I don't know. I liked it, but the no drinking, no smoking thing was a bit over the top. So
yeah, I mean, I get the smoking, right? Like you've been to places where it's no smoking. Okay, cool. But no drinking, like
no drinking on the floor, But they'll lock your ass in a little glass, aquarium, and you can drink. And this one chick probably had 4 or 5 beers just sitting there. I mean, just fucking stacked and just hitting the button or whatever. There was some hulas out there. I'll say that they were dressed to party that night.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, that's cool, I guess. But yeah, no, this one, she's spilling out of her dress, but she's got like 4 or 5 Bud Heavies around, chain smoking and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? What's up, babe?
Real classy.
Oh, there's no green screen, so they're going to see you when you walk over there. Just FYI.
Oh, man. That's freaking great.
Yeah, it is what it is.
So were you locked in on the NBA All-Star game?
No. I saw Wemby and Chris Paul cheating they got DQ'd on the skills competition. I don't remember anything. I don't remember seeing any highlights from the actual the All-Star game because everybody.
Well, they had there was a 3-team tournament this year. Like they broke it up. Like
Team Barkley, Team someone else, and Team something else.
Shaq, and then the Young Guns. I think it was.
Yeah.
Just.
They've messed up, man. They've messed up that shit. You know what I mean? That was one thing they were talking about. Like they were talking like the Four Nations thing for hockey, and it's like blows past anything that what the NBA's got going on. Like no one's watching this shit. I mean the NBA All-Star, the NFL, right? That's the other thing. But that was like the biggest party. Like if you knew somebody that was going to NBA All-Star weekend or whatever, they were like fucking amped to be there. But it was more just a party. You're not watching it for the skills. There's no defense. There's no nothing. No one really. I don't think anybody watches.
I mean, I think people watch, but it's not what it used to be, right? I think what you need to do is you just need to kind of shut the game down at this point, or do others like try like I would be in on like if they played like a giant game of 21. Remember 21?
Mm-hmm.
It's every man for themselves playing the 21. You play by ones and twos. You can even do the one-handed tip-in. Wipes, if someone misses a shot, you do the one-hand tip-in. It wipes out their points.
Mm-hmm.
Make it, take it. I would be in on like a 10, 15 person game of 21. Like, I think that would be kind of fun to watch. But I mean, look at you got the dunk competition where you got Max McClung wins again for the 3rd year straight, and he's not even in the NBA now.
First time ever, 3-peat.
He has made more money winning the dunk competition than he did in his NBA career.
How does he keep getting? He's able to enter the dunk competition. He's not in the league.
They're bringing. I think he plays G League or something like that.
Oh, you're right about that.
Well, because he's the only one who, like, here's the other thing with him. He makes his dunks on the first try. Versus you have these other guys that are in there that miss the first couple. Like, because you got like 40 seconds or something like that to pull off your dunk or whatever it is. And you have guys go up there and they miss the first couple times. Like, it kind of takes it all away for me, right? You're not going to hit it on the first time. Because there's another guy who had some pretty cool dunks, someone from the Spurs. But he didn't hit them all on the first try. And you're like, you got to hit him on the first try. And then now you've got, I think I heard like, if Max comes back again next year, you got like John Morant, who's like, I'm in if you're back next year.
Okay.
I want to, because you don't get the stars in it either, right? The stars aren't a part of it. And then I think Giannis has said he'd be in next year too. So, but it's just like I skills competition type stuff. Okay, let's do that. I think that's more interesting than the game, just because they don't play. It doesn't resemble a real game. They don't play any defense. They don't try. It's just all offense. I mean, was it last year? It was like 211 to 195.
Yeah, and everybody's talking about how much it sucks, and even the players now are saying it sucks. I did see a note here: commercials nearly doubled actual basketball played during the NBA All-Star game. It's like nobody wants to. I mean, the NBA already has a problem. They got a massive fucking problem with viewership.
They have a massive problem. It's a huge worldwide game. I think they've got some issues in the U.S. with they're not paving the way for the next stars. They're still hanging their hat on Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and LeBron James, and these guys are all getting in their 40s. You need to start clinging on to some of these younger stars. You need to start making like Wemby the face of the game, right? A young guy who's you've never seen anybody like him. Even Jokic,
For me, we were just kind of talking about that. Thoughts on G League guys joining. Wine Miles over there on YouTube. I mean, I think if you're not in the NBA, you shouldn't be there. And also, what if we started like a nation style, like a hockey? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think
it's not the same.
Yeah, you don't have enough, right? I don't think you have enough players from different nations that could fill a team. Really play 3-on-3.
You've had talks of like U.S. versus the world, right? You take the rest of the world versus the U.S. type thing,
which is fine.
But I don't think you have basketball doesn't have the same thing hockey does. Like hockey is just different. These guys aren't mega superstars. These guys played for the pride of their country. And you got these guys that go out there and they play for the pride of their country in like the Olympics and that. But
I mean, you have Connor McDavid at number one effing player in the nation or in the world. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? There's no superstars.
Well, okay.
In hockey.
I mean, you've got superstars in hockey, but they're not bigger than the game. LeBron's bigger than the game. Steph's bigger than the game. Kevin Durant's bigger than the game. You have these big stars that are they're more than just basketball. They're just big stars, and you don't have that with hockey. Like if you went and just asked any kid out there, they can name the basketball star. Whether they're a basketball fan or not, they're going to know who LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. They're going to know who those guys are, right? But a lot of these kids, they're not going to know who Connor McDavid is unless they're a hockey fan, right? You've got that same thing with football. All kids know who Pat Mahomes is, Travis Kelce. Your players that are your big players, they know them. Whether they play that sport or not, they know who they are. But with hockey, unless you know hockey, you don't know who these stars are. They have big stars, but they don't transcend the sport like these other sports have these guys that transcend the sport. Does that make sense?
I mean, I know what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's more people out there that know who Caitlin Clark is than Connor McDavid.
I don't know, man.
Tell me I'm wrong. There's more people who know who Angel Reese is than Connor McDavid.
Dude, how did she get even famous? Like, how the hell did she get her name attached to even being remotely close to anybody good in the WNBA?
They took down Caitlin Clark in the national championship at LSU.
I mean, was she just as bad in college as she is in is she just like a profound shit talker? Is that all it is? Because no one else knows.
Yeah.
She's terrible at fucking actually playing basketball.
Bang!
Bang! Yeah.
She has a McDonald's sandwich now, sir. She has a whole meal.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you've seen the TikToks and stuff like that. It's like, oh, I got this new Angel Reese meal. Let me take a look at it. And they reach inside the bag and they pull out a brick, or they go to take a bite of the sandwich and they just can't. They just keep missing. They go to fill their drink that's got the Angel Reese on it and they can't get any drink in it. It's going all over the place. They just can't.
I don't understand why she's even relevant on any level. I don't know why anybody would ever say she's even fucking good at basketball. You know what I mean? Like, just go check out She's like, oh, she gets double-doubles. She gets 10 points and 10 rebounds, right? All 10 rebounds are from a brick layup, and then she puts back 5 shots. Like, dude, come on now.
Rim.
Huh?
I've seen a lot of shots where she just chunks it off the backboard, right? She's not even hitting the rim. Airball, throwing up, taking the worst shot in basketball, the mid-range two.
The deep two.
The deep two.
The step in two is the worst shot in basketball. And like
she's at 3-point, pump fakes with no one on her, steps up.
The jab.
And two.
You got to get that step jab in there. She's not even being guarded. They don't even guard her anymore. Like, the only time they come close to her is when they're like, you know what, I want to go for a steal. That's it. I mean, other than that, like oh, she's about to shoot. Fucking, I'll back up. Because you don't know if it's going to brick and go 15 feet, any direction, air ball, smack the backboard. I mean, Jesus Christ, she is awful. Like, I don't understand. I guess she did the only thing she could do, right, was just talk shit and make it all about her. Because no one else in their right goddamn mind thinks that she's actually good at basketball. There's fucking middle school kids that are better than her at this game.
Probably.
No, it's not fucking probably. There is. Guaranteed.
Yeah. I think I saw a clip where she said, you know, she used to be left-handed, but now she's right-handed, and that's why she could shoot good from both sides. Just like,
the favorite.
Then there's the clip. Have you seen? She was on like Cheryl Swoop's like podcast, and like Cheryl Swoops is kind of like mentoring her or something like that. And she's like, "What is one advice you'd give me about my game?" And Cheryl Swoops says, "Oh, I'd work on your layups.
Work on the most basic ass shot in basketball, a goddamn layup."
I used to coach a 6U basketball team where we ran layup drills before, and these 6-year-old kids were doing better at layups than her. How
the hell? I don't understand how she was a college player. I don't understand how she's in the WNBA. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. I didn't watch her in college. I did see the shit talking because she beat the LSU beat Iowa or whatever. That whatever. Was it in the championship?
National championship.
So
yeah.
They won there, and she's just steady talking shit. I'm like, okay, like it's like, what the hell did you even do? Like, I don't even know who you are. The only fact I know who you are is because I remember the chick that looks like Sid from Ice Age, and I'm like, that's the chick, you know. And everybody and you got these simps over there like, oh man, she's so hot. I go, I don't know what the fuck your definition of hot is, Chief, but that is not it. It's like.
Well, you got her who looks like, you know, Sid from Ice Age, and you got that other girl in the WNBA who looks like Pete Davidson.
Oh God. And their other superstar rookie got hurt this year. That tall chick. What was her name?
Cameron Brink.
Yeah, she got hurt. I mean, she's you know,
she's a good player.
She's a good player.
Yeah.
You know, there's a bunch of good players in the league, and if you watch any WNBA or watch any highlights or whatever, it's just like a petty fest, like a bunch of just women that are pissed that she's there and she's a fucking shitload better.
Into your game.
Yeah.
Right. I love she's talking about, well, people are watching WNBA because of me too. And then they flash across the Chicago Sky's attendance games.
Yeah.
And it's like, 12,000, 12,000, 12,000, 12,000. 50,000, 12,000, 12,000. Oh, I wonder what happened during that 50,000 game. Oh, they were playing Caitlin Clark. They were playing the Fever. Yeah. You're just like, oh, buddy.
I don't know why she signed up for. I mean, I understand she wants to grow the sport, and good for her, for being a trooper and dealing with all that bullshit, abuse, and cheap shots. You know what I mean? Like every fucking game, there was like a handful of cheap shots. I'm like, could y'all be more catty? Like, Jesus Christ, she's here to help you. Like. You want to go back to flying fucking coach on like Southwest to get to your games? You want a private goddamn plane? You know what I mean? You don't make money in this league. No one does. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking charity at this point. It's a write-off. And
it's growing, right? And
that's
she's helping, but there's some other stars that are helping, and you got some other that are up and coming that are going to help.
Yeah, I think it's just crazy.
It's definitely her, and
yeah.
I'll be interested to see what happens this year in the league because, like, one, they've actually expanded. They're playing more games this year. They increased the number of games. The Fever's made a bunch of moves. They've got a girl that they traded for. I think it's like her name's like Sophie Cunningham or something like that, and she's going to be like that, kind of like that enforcer that they were hoping some of the girls that they had on the team last year were going to be for Caitlin, for these teams that are cheap shotting her, that they would go out there and then regulate, but they kind of didn't.
Yeah, her teammates are the fucking worst. Like, they are
were
the absolute worst.
At the second half of the season, they started to do a little bit better after the All-Star break, after Caitlin Clark had a little bit of a break, because, like, she had no break. Like, that's the other weird thing about it. Like, especially if you're a college player, you go straight from college, and if you go deep into the tournament, you're playing for a while. And then I think, like, the draft was, like, less than a month after that. Mm-hmm. And then it's less than a month after the draft before the season starts. So, like, she had, like, no breaks or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then, like, she's actually taking time off this off season for the first time in forever. And then she's getting a bunch of people are all pissed off because, like, she didn't join this 3-on-3 league that they got going on. She's like, look, I'm focusing on this next season with the Fever. Like, I'm focusing on this. I haven't had a break in a while. I would like to have a little bit of a break to get healthy, to work on some things, to all this. Sorry.
Yeah. And plus that 3-on-3, I mean, that's a shit show. I mean, it's like, oh my God, it's awful.
Well, in all fairness, the only thing you've seen of the 3-on-3 league is all the clips from Stat Stuffer with Angel Reese.
I've seen some other ones. I've seen some other. There was this one clip that I saw. It goes, this pretty much sums up the WNBA in 12 seconds. And it's one chick so she has a white jersey on. She inbounds it to this other lady that has a black jersey on. So she inbounds to the wrong fucking team, and the lady's like, what? But she looks back and forth, and then just jacks a fucking three. What do you think happened, Alan? A big fucking brick. It's like, just real quick. But like I said, I think Angel Reese, she wanted to do what's best for her, for the brand, or for her league, all that kind of stuff. She should have just took the $5 million and went and played with the dudes. You know what I mean? Played in the.
Caitlin Clark, you mean?
Caitlin Clark, yeah. She should have took.
You said Angel Reese.
Oh, no. Ain't nobody offering her $5 million for any fucking thing. But yeah, she should have just went, played in the Big Three. I think that was the name of it, if I'm not mistaken. Because I'll tell you what, she would have got a lot more eyeballs on her. She would have turned a lot more heads instead of just going out there and getting fucking cheap shot by all these just pissy ass, players that are mad.
Here's the other difference. If she's playing in the Big Three and someone cheap shots her there, her teammates there would have stuck up for her.
Exactly. Her punk ass teammates didn't do a fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I saw another stat or something like that about like, there was like so many technical fouls against her, committed against her.
It was over like half the fouls, the technical fouls in the league for the year.
And it was from the fucking Chicago team. They're like all cheering each other on because they're cheap shotting this chick. I'm like, you guys are fucking morons. Before we move on, championship winner WNBA Futures. Right now, they are third. They're tied with the Lynx at plus 400, New York Liberty plus 210, Las Vegas Aces plus 250, and then again, Indiana Fever tied with the Minnesota Lynx for plus 400. So, gonna make a little run.
I wonder if when's that as of? Is that as of right now?
I mean, I just pulled it up.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm just curious because the Aces don't have Plum anymore.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't like the superstar of their team. What's her name?
Angel Wilson is.
Yeah, that's their superstar. Plum was getting a little bit, I guess older or whatever, but she's still number one in my heart, so I don't care.
Oh yeah. Before we move on, let's tell me about this beer real quick that we're drinking.
Wait, then we are moving on, right? We're going to talk about the beer?
Before we move on to more, let's talk about the beer.
Okay. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? So we're having Southern Roots 254 Deep. It's a sea salt and citrus wheat ale. It says it's a wheat ale on their can. If you go to Untappd, it calls it a wit beer. So I kind of pulled up what a wit beer is and, kind of those characteristics. We already talked about appearance. We already talked about aroma. Now, flavor, you're going to have some zesty, orange, citrusy fruitness, dry, often tart finish, which I have noticed that with wit beers. And this is kind of the same thing. It's rather dry, but it's going to have like a little, I always used to say sour, but I think tart is a more accurate description. But it's been pretty good. It's a kind of a straw color. Nothing terrible, nothing out of control. You'll have some spicy notes with hints of coriander and orange peel. Definitely in there. Check. Mouthfeel smooth and somewhat creamy. I would say smooth. I mean, if it's creamy, it's very, very light on the creamy, like the mouthfeel. Just, the tartness, the sourness kind of override the creamy mouthfeel. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a bad beer. Yeah, it's at the beginning, you'll get a little bit of smoothness, a little bit of creaminess, and then but that boy, it kicks in real quick with the tartness. Now it'll be heavily carbonated with bubbles that rise fast. I didn't think it was heavy carbonated or over carbonated. Bubbles did. I mean, as soon as I poured it, the head went up on it, and then it kind of dissipated pretty quickly. Ingredients generally are pale barley malt, unmalted wheat, oats, light hopping, fruit yeast strain, lactic acidity. It's acidic. This beer's got that, but that's part of that kind of tartness, the sourness, and whatnot. So, but wit beers, they originated in central Belgium in the 1500s. It's traditionally served in a short carafe or a cafe tumbler with a faceted octagonal shape base. But yeah, I poured mine in I still got my big old stein that I drink. If we're ever doing like more than 2 of the same beer, I'll crack this thing out and go to Pound Town. It goes well with lighter foods such as salads, sandwiches, cheese, fish, and seafood. I think this is the perfect pairing for like a salad or like a nice little ham sandwich. You know?
Yeah,
I think
that.
It fits right in. I think you want a lighter beer with something like that, and but I've enjoyed it. How about you?
I've enjoyed it too. I think it's pretty darn delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I asked for a recommendation. The guy gave this to me, and I think it's a darn good recommendation. I would definitely give this I'm probably at about a 4 out of 5 on this one.
Okay.
I know we've kind of talked about getting back to rating beers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where I'm falling on this one at about a 4. Good, smooth. It's got a little bit of that citrus sweet taste to it. But all in all, a pretty darn good beer.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it in the 3s. I'm going to give you a 3.75 on this. The average score is 3.68 out of 88 ratings. There's been 109 check-ins on Untappd. 97 of those are unique. But yeah, I think I'm just going to be about a 3.75. So I'll be above the average there, and obviously you'll be a full all the way, or not a full, like as in a jackass, but I was going to say almost a full quarter hot. But yeah, you'll be in the 4s. So I think that's a very reasonable rating.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
So I only had 2 of those, so I'm going to move on to something else. I've got from Founders, 4 Giants, and the Haze of Destiny, an Imperial Hazy IPA.
Oh yeah,
that I'll be drinking. This has a can-on date of March 27th of 2023. So we're looking at almost 2 years old on this one.
Mm-hmm.
As well as I'm looking at it, I've got a can that's just kind of beat to hell. Like
lots of dents on it.
Yeah, it's just all kind of just beat up. So I don't know what's up with that. But this is what I'm going to crack open next. Is I'm just working on just clearing out old stuff out of the fridge.
Yeah, and we actually reviewed this beer back in July 21st, 2023. You can check out the review on YouTube, and that's is it 4 Giant? You say Tropical Treasure, or what's that? Which one's that one?
The Haze of Destiny. This is their Imperial Hazy IPA.
You know what? I thought that was it. I was like, okay, because I know we've tried that one as well. That was July 22nd, 2022. That was when we got our hands and officially did a review on it. That's over on YouTube as well. A lot of our reviews, one-off beer reviews, you're talking like, I don't know, 4 to 10 minutes. But yeah, head on over to YouTube if you're not on there now. Strikeout Beer. Drop a sub. It's free. Check out our videos. Check out our uploads. And we'll be doing more, obviously, quick beer reviews and things like that in the future.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. As well as, you know what, since I'm kind of back to drinking now, I'll be getting back to doing, I know I knocked out a couple of reviews on the Patreon this last week. Did a little Friday night beer review action, and last Wednesday, I think I dropped a little one for the paid people, just kind of talking about the last year and things like that. So if you're kind of curious what that is, what's been going on the last year, it's in the Patreon. Get you in for $3 a month on that one. But we do have our freebie Fridays. We actually recorded a little video for that before the show today. Question coming in from Mr. TJ Burns, asking about our favorite superhero / cartoons. Mm-hmm. So we had a nice little cartoon talk on there that will be, if you're a free member, you'll be able to see that. You actually have to be a member, but it's part of the free member part where you can see that. We drop a video there every Friday for freebie Fridays.
Yeah, it's just not publicly available. It's you just got to subscribe, and you can subscribe for free.
Right.
We have a free section.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So have you? I kind of asked you about this a little bit, and I already kind of know the answer, but I've kind of talked about how I've gotten into like trading cards a lot here recently, and there's a whole controversy going on right now around Messi. And if for those of you who don't know Messi, if you don't know who Messi is, he's a soccer player. The short explanation.
He's bigger than the sport, right? So everybody should know who he is.
I mean, everyone should know, but there are still some people out there who don't know. But in case
Messi.
you don't know, that's who it is. I think at some point is he the one that dated Kim Kardashian, or was that Ronaldo?
I don't remember. Well, they both still have careers. Are you sure that either one of them dated her?
One of them did. It might have been Ronaldo. I think.
Cristiano Ronaldo, huh?
I think so.
I think. Hold on. You sure he didn't date like Lizzie would know. Where the hell's Lizzie? Yes, there were rumors Ronaldo and Kim Kardashian dating too, but neither confirmed the relationship. Yeah, it was just rumors. Okay. Yeah, I mean, both of them still have their Messi. So they effed around. Yeah, maybe.
And nobody.
Yeah, good for him. He's able to hold on to his career.
He's a huge soccer player. And part of what Topps Panini, they have cards that you can pull out of packs. Like I actually just pulled this card the other day. It's some random guy from the Rangers where you get autographs on the card. Okay.
Are they real?
Well, that's the thing. So all of these are supposed to be real, right? On the back of the card, you see this autograph has been authenticated by whoever the company is. I've got a Jane Daniels autograph card that actually sent off to get graded and all that. Nothing wrong with the signature. Well, this guy, he got a Messi card and he sent it into PSA, which is the major card grading company. And they sent it back to him just saying, hey, just so you know, we cannot authenticate this signature. This isn't Messi's signature.
Oh.
And so that's definitely caused a lot of crap in the card collecting community because they're like, what the hell?
There's a lot of fakes out there too.
They're supposed to be there to authenticate them, right? They'll have these sessions, and you'll see it with Fanatics a lot. I don't know if you see those. They'll have little shorts on Fanatics, or will they sign something? And they'll have an athlete there, like they would have Christian Laettner there, and they would throw in a Chris Webber jersey to see if he'll sign it, right? Some sort of a rival. A Michigan player, they'll throw an Ohio State hat in there and see if he'll sign it, and they'll typically take it and just throw it across the table. I'm not signing that. Or just something random. They'll throw a Counting Crow CD in there. Will he sign it? So they have these sessions where these athletes come and they sign everything. Well, apparently that's not what happened with this situation. And there's already some rumors out there that sometimes Messi just doesn't want to sign things. So he has his brother do the signatures for him.
Oh, Jesus.
So, but yeah, that's kind of a big thing going around the card collecting community right now. And what's Panini going to do to kind of make this right for this guy? Because some of these boxes that you buy these cards from, right now, WNBA Prism for this year, it's a $1,200 for a box of cards.
I mean, I don't know.
And there's some of these out there where you'll get 6 cards in a pack, and it's $150, and you're guaranteed to have a couple autos and things. But sometimes you get autos of players that aren't they're nobodies, right? But there's autos in there. But it's a lot because you could pull a Wemby auto or a Caitlin Clark auto, and if you get one of those, that's worth several $1,000s, right?
There always seems to be fake stuff around him, with Messi. I think I found a couple fake pops for Messi or whatever.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's they're a couple bucks in. I don't even know what website it was ordered from or whatever. It's I was when I got them, I go, these are fake. I go, the box is printed. You can tell the box is printed. I was like, you know what? Let me, find a barcode on this damn thing and scan it or whatever. And it's no, it's fake, totally fake. But
right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, just weird stuff. People are losers, man. What can you do?
Well, but
the company itself.
He pulled this out of the pack. He pulled this from the company, right? He pulled this Panini.
Allegedly.
Or whoever it is. Panini, Fanatics, Topps. Those might all kind of be the same thing in different ways of saying the same company. Right?
Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Like allegedly.
No.
How do you know? Like, how do you know it was an official pack? How do you know he bought it from an official thing? How do you know any of this stuff? No one knows any of this stuff.
I don't know. There might be a video of him opening his pack on this.
You just said it. I don't know.
There might be. I don't know. Look, I'm just reporting the news as the news is reported. Okay, so
I'm telling you,
don't jump on me. Okay,
allegedly.
No, don't jump on me. No, don't allegedly. Don't jump on me. Don't jump on me.
Allegedly,
I'm just here.
Yeah, there's one out there for like a $1.2 million, like a 2004 Panini Sports Mega Cracks La Liga. I was like, yeah, I don't think so, man. No thanks.
Like, if I was a soccer guy and I wanted a Messi auto, I don't think I would buy one unless it was graded already.
Yeah, this one's graded 10, man.
Yeah, so
PSA
that's why
10.
you're paying a lot for it, right? Because it's a 10, it's a perfect score on it. I don't know that I would buy a card raw just because of the fact that
fake.
We now know that Messi doesn't necessarily. He might not have signed it. It might have been his brother, Steve. Damn it! I pulled the Steve Messi auto, not the.
It should be even worth more than it's like a error card. You know what I mean? Like you got one with this idiot on there that signed it. Like what a fucking train wreck.
But yeah, no, that's just, and this is coming off the tails of the. Have we talked about the Paul Skeens card?
Yeah, of course.
The debut patch that was pulled, and it was allegedly pulled by an 11-year-old who got a pack for Christmas, and there's a lot of people out there doubting it. Like, it's announced he's pulled the card, and then like a week later, like, oh, it's already been sent in for grading. It got a 10 on the card, 10 on the auto, although the auto kind of goes up on the gold emboss on it, so it shouldn't have been a 10. And it's going through the auction is going through is the Fanatics, is the same people, so there's a lot of things out there that, and this is like the one like big card, like every big card that's been pulled over the last like 5 years, like the big cards, have all been, there's video of it. Like there's video of all of them. Like, so
everybody just wants to document their thing and like actually show it because then they'll get more views and clicks. But also it's like, okay, look, I'm pulling the cards or whatever.
And also you got a lot of these that are, you have these breakers. Like you have these breakers that, that's what they do. You get in on the break, you pay X number of dollars and you get a team or whatever it is. And it's been highly speculated that Panini and them, they put big cards in these packs that are going to these breakers because it gets more eyeballs on their product and things like that. But like, I know, for example, like when I was buying some Topps Chrome cards, I recorded opening them all just in case I got one of those big cards in it. Right. And I wanted to be able to have, something that I could post and be like, oh crap, showing me pulling the card and things. I did not pull anything big, but but yeah, and then all of a sudden you got this Skeens card that there's nothing out there. And then you read like the journal entries and you're like, an 11-year-old wrote these? Like,
yeah,
come on. So, sketchiness going on right now.
Always has, always will be.
Right? Always going to be sketchiness. So much sketchiness.
So you ready for this asteroid to hit us and just wipe us off? You ready to be done with it all?
Well, it's like 7 years.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like trying to get it here quicker. Like I'm just, hoping and praying.
Yeah. How are you getting it here quicker?
Just praying, man. Don't underestimate the power of
prayer.
Yeah. Like
when you do your drive-through to get your ash on Ash Wednesday, you're going to say a little prayer to bring that asteroid here a little bit quicker.
Yeah. Come on. And so, I was sitting there, I was laughing, or no, I wasn't laughing at it. It's not funny. NASA has increased the chance of a major asteroid smashing into Earth in 2032, now giving it a 3.1% chance, up from 2.6 of last week. So it's like growing like at a weekly rate here.
But it's still like 3%, right?
Well, but if it grows a 0.5% every single week, and you got till 2032, Like, what's the number going to be in like a month or two? Like, are we going to hit the double digits? And then like say a year, are we going to be like 25%? Like, they wouldn't tell us anyways.
I'll start to, think a little bit more about it, right? But we're at 3%. Okay.
Yeah.
But then again, at the same time, I'm also like, there's nothing I can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't be like, oh crap, this asteroid's going to hit the Earth. Let me get off the Earth. No, I can't do that.
No, do you just run out and get a bunch of just collect a bunch of debt and drive like a Lambo and shit like that and just disappear?
Joke's on them. I've already ran up a ton of debt.
So just do some more. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you don't have to pay it back. Screw it. It's like Y2K, man. We just thought it was over. Like, that's why.
I still remember my idiot stepdad who, like, they went out to like a party that New Year's, right? And like before they left, he's like he filled up all the sinks in the bathtubs because we weren't going to have any water when Y2K hit.
Oh,
there was going to be drinking water. So we had all the bathtubs and the sinks filled. Like, oh, I'm going to drink out of the bathtub that you did not wash before you filled it up. Just spoiler alert.
You're just going to boil the water anyways. You don't have to clean that shit. Yeah. And you will. Hey, you get thirsty enough, you'll be drinking that shit. You'd be drinking water out of a toilet.
Okay, so the water's not coming through the sinks that we can drink. Mm-mm. Okay, then we'll boil that water, right? Or there's all these springs out there. They could get bottled water out there. Like the bathtub and the 2 sinks you filled, it's not going to do much, right?
That's a lot of gallons. A bathtub. How many gallons do you think it is in like a normal bathtub holds?
You know what? Here's the equivalent of that. Mm-hmm. The asteroid's getting ready to hit Earth, and I grab a shield and get behind a shield.
No, he's talking about getting water.
It's
the Earth. The Earth is still going to be there, and now you're just getting some water for a head start. You know what I mean? So you can go to that spring that you're talking about. What the hell's wrong with there? It is.
It's the same thing.
It's
the same thing.
Okay.
It's the same damn thing. Oh,
one will destroy the Earth, and there's nothing you can do about it. The other one is you don't have water.
Well, it was going to be more than water. It was going to be mass chaos. We weren't going to have money in our bank accounts. Nothing was going to work. Streetlights weren't going to work. Anything electronic. Your computers, like you were told, like shut your computer off before it, right? And just hope it works when you turn it back on because, all of that. No. It was going to be mass chaos. The whole world was going to end because of Y2K.
A standard bathtub can hold 50 to 80 gallons of water.
Okay.
Shit, that's a lot. Okay, that's pretty cool. I never knew. I was wondering how much water it takes to fill up one of those damn things. Like you just turn it on, like, yep, it's 80 gallons of water. Later.
50 to 80. We were more along the lines of the 50. We didn't have a big bathtub.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. We didn't have no big bathtubs. Come on now. Oh, man. Anything else? Anything going on in DFW this week for beer?
Yeah, there's a couple of things going on this Saturday. Apparently, a lot of these places are doing National Margarita Day. So you've got Community, Manhattan, Marty Fest is going on at Rollertown. What I didn't even realize it was freaking Mardi Gras. I got to go in there and talk to Lizzie about her screwing up my my Fat Tuesday, man. So they got that going on, and then first anniversary.
Margarita Day is the 22nd.
Do what?
National Margarita Day is the 22nd.
Yeah, Saturday.
So all this is going on this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Glen Echo is having their first anniversary event featuring German food truck, live music, a 5-piece band at 6:30. So you got that going down. So that's really the main things. Indoor market at Panther Island, gumbo cook-off at Oak Highlands. But yeah. Was it Museverse over at Odd Muse in Farmers Branch, featuring a live DJ. DJ Binosaur. 4 p.m. Local vendors at 2 p.m. A food truck, a tapping of Museverse Vietnamese coffee stout and variants of that. There you go.
That sounds interesting.
I don't see a price to attend. It might be free to attend.
Their events usually are free to attend there. Don't they have their 5th year anniversary coming up, or did they just have it?
Something happened.
I thought I saw something about their 5-year anniversary either coming up or it already happened. Great brewery out there. You got to go check them out for sure.
Turning Point on Sunday has their Bedford Disco Cowgirl. And I was already in when I read that already. I was like, oh, hell yeah. And then it says indoor market. I'm like, all right, well, never mind. Like, I wanted to go see some disco cowgirls do whatever the hell disco cowgirls do. But now I'm just like, it's a market, so I'm out.
Bedford Disco Cowgirl Market on Sunday.
Indoor market, yeah. And, they got a giant, we always talk about it, too. They got that fighting pit down there.
Yeah. I think the next UFC's in that fighting pit. I don't know. Just rumors I heard.
Yeah, further out, I think, Mardi Gras over at Martin House, it's Fat Thursday for them. They're going to pull it off of February 27th, so, yeah. March 1st, Mardi Gras community. So you'll have a lot of Mardi Gras events coming up. And then you got Tex Fest in historic downtown, and that's on March 1st. So a couple weeks. We'll talk more about that next week. But, yeah, some cool events.
Speaking of Martin House, I saw that beer that you were talking about that you wanted. It's the Star Crunch inspired beer.
Mm-hmm.
It's Thunder Crunch is what it is.
That's
Thunder Crunch.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen it at Kroger, so I don't know if maybe you want to go pick it up at Kroger. Go pick one up at Kroger. I'll pick one up and we'll knock out a review on it.
Yeah, I'll see if they got it.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'm sure it's a 4-pack or whatever, or maybe it might be a double. I don't know.
Oh, you can make your own 6-pack with it.
Oh, it's loose, or you just make them loose?
Oh yeah, all the Martin House beers are loose.
I see them in 6-packs and 4-packs. You see them loose, so I don't.
I see the 6-packs and the 4-packs right underneath all the individual beers, and they're already broken off. Mm-hmm. So that's what I see.
Always up to something. But yeah, no, that's it. So there you go. There's some events. If you're going to a brewery this weekend, let us know. Just say what brewery you're going to and whatnot. We'll probably post something on Friday. I don't know what I'm getting into this weekend. Probably chilling, do some housework or whatever. It's my first weekend back, but I'd like to end up at a brewery somewhere, have some beers. I still need to test out these new mics, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And you could still get out to Outfit Brewing. Mm-hmm. They're closing down the end of this month, so make sure you guys make it out there to Outfit Brewing before they close down. Get yourself some beer to go. Have some stuff that you can kind of put back in the fridge and just kind of drink on occasion to remember the greatness of Outfit Brewing, an awesome local brewery. Sucks that they're shutting down, but you can still make your way out there and go get some beers and go say hi to Zach and the guys out there and have some fun.
Yeah, we'll probably go out there this weekend, probably Saturday or something like that. But yeah, I got to grab some beer because I couldn't grab any the last time I went out there because we were going to the Stars game. And so I didn't I wasn't going to leave it in the car. I should have brought a cooler.
It was when it was a little bit warmer too, right?
It was effing hot, if I remember correctly. Yeah. I was like, Jesus. So
yeah, I think we're supposed to have rain all weekend this weekend, possibly, and temperatures will be better. It's crazy. A couple days ago, it was 70 degrees, and today we wake up and it's 15, but feels like it's -2 outside, right? And tomorrow's supposed to be 37 is the high for tomorrow. So just, this bipolar Texas weather that we've got is it's out of control.
Yeah, it says it's supposed to be snowing right now outside my door, so go check that out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a full-on 18 degrees wind chill in the singles, so great. But yeah, you're right, 30 tomorrow, 36 on Friday, 46 on Saturday, and 55 on Sunday. So I'm thinking it might be a little Sunday action, maybe Sunday afternoon, and of course 70 on Monday. So ready to roll on next week. You'll probably be over here. We got a 70-degree high, 48-degree low. We'll be sitting out back with the fire, a couple stogies, doing some late night reviews, stuff like that. Doing the chug for the people, and
for the people. It's all for the people.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go.
For the people. But yeah, that's all we got for you guys. And hey, if you go and visit a brewery wherever you're at, tell us about it. Right? We have a group, Strikeout Beer Podcast group, that if you haven't joined yet, join it. Share the breweries that you go to out there. If you want to, we'll throw it out there. If you want to go ahead and record a quick beer review and send it to us at strikeoutbeer@gmail.com, we'll share it. How about that?
We used to do that.
How about that? We used to do that all the time. But yeah, if knock out a quick beer review, or maybe a funny bit with your spouse, your significant other. We were down to play those as well, even if it's just audio. You got video, cool, whatever. We're down for bits and shenanigans and beer reviews. So if you do any of those, record them, send them to us, and we'll share it.
There you go.
Strikeoutbeer@gmail.com. You can reach us there. But hey, guys, thank you so much for watching the show. We appreciate you guys. As always, I'm Alan.
I'm RD.
We love you guys, and we'll talk to you later. Deuces.